Hello and welcome to yet another video review. This time we will be reviewing Major League Baseball 2K11. If you are familiar at all with the 2K baseball series, you may be just a little bit disappointed with years past. So I'm just going to go through a few quick features of the game and then give it my overall grade. What you're seeing here now on the screen is the MLB Today screen, which shows the scores and lets you play games that were actually meant to be played that day. It's a real neat feature, you know, it's right there every day, updates really well. So it's a real neat feature, and as you can see, there are 17 days to opening day. So if you click the right stick over, it brings up the screen and goes through the MLB Today. You can go to play ball, play right away. The My Player feature, where you can take a player through the minors and hopefully into the Hall of Fame. Different game modes include franchise mode, where you go through a whole season or shorter if you'd like, and continue it for many years. Postseason, where you can skip right to the playoffs with any team. Online leagues, which allow you to play a franchise type setting with other people online. Home run derby and drills. The drills are hitting, pitching, base running, and fielding. So going back to the play ball, that's just like a regular exhibition. Choose what teams you want right away. The My Player mode, if you are familiar with it, is you create a player and then you take that player through the ranks of the minor leagues and you hopefully get called up. If you play 2K10, it's essentially the same. The one thing I'm going to focus on right now is the franchise mode, which I play the most of. The franchise mode is a little bit more dynamic than last year. It's going right into a game. So the way a franchise mode works is you select a team, and it goes through many years of playing, and you operate with trades, you work with the injured reserve list, you work with the 40-man rosters, etc. And it's a pretty neat feature of the game, and in my opinion, probably the best. If you played the 2K10 game, you'll notice that a lot of the things are essentially the same. This is the online MLB.com. The only thing that's a little bit different that I can tell is that they have new injury type things. There's injuries where you can play through and risk more injury. There are injuries that you cannot play through, and they are benched for however many days, 160, etc. As you can see here, Victor Martinez has a hamstring pull and is out for 5+ days, and he can play through that injury, but I've decided to bench him. If you go through, let's see here, and then also Al Malone, who's in my single A team, has a bruised elbow and is out for 4+ days. There's also a few people who have long-term injuries, such as, and the yellow little cross there is that they are fatigued. So if you just take a look, and there we go. There, Joel Zumaya is on the 60-day DL and has torn knee cartilage, is out for 52+ days. So essentially, the game itself has not really changed much. As far as glitching goes, there's a few glitches here and there, but it's not really a problem to me. I'm a big baseball fan, so if you're not so much of a baseball fan, you play for more of the game, I would say that you probably wouldn't like it as much. My overall grade for this game is probably about a B to B-. it's a fun game, and if you like baseball, you should like it. The glitches, they happen, but it's not too much of a problem. And also the pitching is a little bit more difficult. It's which poses a little bit more of a challenge. And then also the $1 Million Challenge will be going on this year as well, which is always fun to do. So overall, MLB 2K11 in my book gets a B-. Its pros are the franchise mode is a little bit more dynamic with the injuries, which is kind of neat. The MLB Today screen is really updates really well, shows you games as they happen, and then also the players themselves have dynamic ratings. And so, for example, if Justin Verlander pitched that day and threw a perfect game, his ratings in the game would go up. Cons, there are glitches, and it does happen fairly frequently. The My Player mode is essentially the same as last year, so if you're really into that, then you'll be disappointed. And as far as the game itself goes, it's not changed all that much, except for the injury, as I've said before. So, if you're really into changing, this game's essentially the same, but if you're a big baseball fan, you love the game, and you love to play them, you'll really love this game. So that is my review of MLB 2K11. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any requests for reviews of games, then just go ahead and let me know.